Hi there, welcome to another educational video documenting my Web3 expeditions. This video is about a project on the Sui ecosystem that I'm going to be interacting with even at a basic level. The reason is because, in fact, there have been several airdrops on Sui since the inception of Sui, and they've all fared very well. I don't know why I've not paid active attention to Sui, but the recent one was Walrus. There was Deep. I didn't take Sui seriously. It's now time too. So I'll be covering a lot of Sui tokenless projects that have the prospect of an airdrop and interacting basically. They also provide productivity. If you look at the Sui ecosystem, especially when it comes to yield, generally it prefers the highest yield. Okay, so now I don't know how late or early we are with Haedal, for example, but I'm going to be interacting with it and introducing it in the course of this video. This is an introductory video. As I find more information about the project with respect to an airdrop, I would reveal it. Okay, so this is a liquid staking platform on Sui. I can't think of any other one, so I've decided to participate with this. Let's just look at the facts here. Okay, so now it shows here epoch 715. It looks like an epoch is 24 hours. This tells you that this project already has a measure of history and may not be favorable to start with if there's an airdrop with small equity. I'll be using small equity. However, I just want to do the basics just to be present. Okay, so let's get started. I've funded a wallet with some Sui. For the Sui ecosystem, I'll be using Sui Wallet. It has around 1 million downloads. It's a Chrome extension. So you add it in and let's connect. Now, there's also the possibility that Sui itself has a second airdrop, and your activity on Sui overall may count towards the second airdrop. So I'm connecting here, and let's see. Okay, I'll start with Sui. So 55. For starters, let me just use 10. Because I'll be exploring other platforms, which I'll do videos for. So this is just a tutorial type of video. So basically you stake Sui, you get the Sui. So basically liquid staked variant of Sui powered by Haedal. Then you try to interact with the DeFi ecosystem to expand your interactions. Okay, so let's stake. Let's look at this first. Powerful, maximize your yields like pro. Wow, this is really good APY. So that's what we're talking about, really huge APY. So I may explore this, as a passive way of interacting with Haedal. This has very good yield. If you deposit into this pool, Sui paired against USDC, the APY is as high as 317. Deep against Sui, APY is as high as 773. So I'll come into this later on. I just want to explore DeFi. Okay, so there's also high yield here. For example, Sui paired against USDC. So most of them are liquidity provision. You'll also be interacting with Cestus. I don't know if Cestus has had an airdrop yet or a token. So I'll have to look into each of these to determine which strategy to use. One project I have interest in, although it's a lending platform, is Scallop. I don't think it has a token yet. Navi, I think, just introduced its token. But Turbos, I'm not very sure. Turbos and Cestus. Judging by the TVL, you'll see there is interest uh, many are in this pool on Cestus has Su against Su, even though the APY is not very high compared to this. I don't know why. So let's see if this will lead us to Cestus. Let's just see if Cestus has a token. And okay, so you have to manually open your position on Cestus. Let's see. Convert Cetus to X Cetus to start earning. So it looks like Cetus has a token. Let's quickly try to verify. So to maximize equity, I would want to target those without a token. So this seems to have a token. Let's see if there's anything for Turbo Finance. Okay, Turbo Finance also seems to have a token. Okay, so if you are using small equity, not very favorable. So I would explore that aspect of Haedal later on. Likely through Scallop. I don't think Scallop has a token yet, and it's another project I'm interested in exploring. Navi, I think, recently introduced a token. Scallop. Let's just do a quick scan here. Okay, so it looks like it has a token. Interesting stuff. I would interact all together. I'm just incorporating some strategy here, but not in the course of this video. I want to do further look into all the projects here. Maybe they have a secondary drop just to see which one is best, especially for my small equity. Worst case, if none of them presents an airdrop prospect, I would be entering likely this pool HASU against USDC. The APY is quite tangible, and yes, I'll do this offline. So basically for this one, you have to get some USDC. You can definitely trade here some of your SU for USDC, then provide into this pool equal amount of both. Okay, so this is the deposit ratio, almost equal. Okay, so let's leave it at this. This is just an introductory video for this project here that will give you some interactions on the Su chain while also positioning you for an airdrop by Haedal. But let's just be short. TVL is 140 million. Let's just look for this project on X. Wow, TG is near. So I'm just doing the basics here. And look here, there's a hint. Stake to airdrop. So this is likely going to be proportional to the size of your stake. Okay, start staking your WAL today and dive into. So you have also the option of staking WAL. So in the event of an airdrop here, considering the time we're starting, it may not be huge, but I'll still put in the basics. The TVL is 140 million. There may not be many participants altogether. There's a hint on how to approach the airdrop, which is staking. Okay, so let's leave it at that. I'll be ending this video now. By the way, you will find a few other Su related airdrops in the description. Another interesting thing you can do, which will position you for the Nansen airdrop. Nansen AI is the most powerful AI based analytical tool in Web3, but it has a portal for staking that will allow you earn Nansen points. So there are points earned retroactively by using Nansen, exploring it in totality, and one of its portal is staking. Offers staking on Su. So at the same time, you may want to explore the ability of staking your Su here. Okay, so there is also a small APY. The link to Nansend will be in the description. Do well to use my link, because in eventuality, if you get into a pro tier, it will give you a discount. Okay, so that's about it for this video. To conclude, go to airdropc.com and submit your email to subscribe to airdrop reminders. I'm working on 100 solid airdrops, each with its own publication tutorial, and I'll be sending these airdrops out to subscribers. So submit your email here. Contact me using this contact form, this Telegram, and this Twitter. Stay awesome, take action, subscribe to Web3 Wikis on all socials.